take him away from the team instead.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that could be the decision. That's why I feel like Flicker should be the choice of battle spell here for Renegade. One thing I'm really concerned about is this Brody. Obviously, it's very strong in the early stages, but it has been proven that once you step into the mid-game with the Estes having the Flask of the Oasis, this Brody is gonna be a non-factor.
We'll find out here. Match point is what Blacklist International is facing. They've got all the signature picks here. Can they pull it off to extend the series? Because AP BREN riding on the momentum here as game 3 is upon us. Both junglers getting in position once again. Sensui, the work cut out for him this time around, has struggled to fight amongst these objectives. And you can already see AP BREN still putting pressure where they want to in the jungle.
Ooh, Few catching a face full of damage from Yue already. Interesting rotation. The start for Ogwin and Few was cutting right through. Flapteasy as well, checking that purple.
But then again, Sensui might have felt it a little bit because after getting the orange buff, he went straight to the Rock Horse or the Golem. Instead of the natural pathway of going for the orange into the purple. That's why right now the movements of Flapteasy was kind of wasted the way.
Yeah, and with that, again, even as you saw from the emblems, you know, Flapteasy, his job here, he's going to tank quite a bit of damage. He still has that tenacity as well to kind of keep him alive longer, works around the split. But really, job is grab Oheb, right? Try to split him off from Renegade, try to get him into these team fights, into the range, of course, so Super Marco can get those marks off, get the torn apart memories. But here,
Flapteasy flickering on through, red like a book, dodging Sensui's Appraiser's Wrath. Close call, interesting, because of these early rotations, Flapteasy here with the turtle coming up in about 10 seconds is still left at what, barely level 3.
Yeah. We get 2 cards anyways, so it's gonna be A-okay afterwards. The fact that he didn't die was gonna be good for AP BREN, but it will not be enough.
Wow, right now, turtle gonna be up. Still waiting for that level 4 for Flap, but right now, Blacklist in positioning, Hue holding on to the Decimate himself. This could turn the tide of that skirmish early on. Ogwin.
Oh no, forcing the flicker. US spends his Decimate, stolen away. Body hitting the floor. First blood drawn by Black. Now, this is about to break out into a big fight. The split by Flapteasy, looking for Edward, looking for the grab. Turtle at a 4 of its health. Sensui pushing back Blacklist. Coming in with the heals from Renegade, the heal man at your service, forcing out another realm from AP BREN. And they back out, Sensui securing a turtle. The second wind from Blacklist coming online.
A massive play coming out from Blacklist International. It all started with the speed of them clearing out the lanes. Because AP BREN was so busy trying to correct the lane of Flapteasy up top that compromised their levels on Ogwin as well as onto Few, which allowed Blacklist International to pick off Ogwin and then eventually take over. It was the tempo that Blacklist International got in the first 2 minutes, and they took care of it.
And with that, they finally find themselves a lead early on. It's small, but they can work with this, right? That's what they have to be able to do. Pull through, allow the gold to fall into Oheb's hands here on this Matrix. We saw this earlier today, right, in their series early. He wanted to play this hero. This is something he's wanted to play, but he knows that, hey, Beatrix, just the way she fits in the meta currently, it's really got to be the right situation. And when you pair it up with these heroes that they have, this could be that. They're off to a great start. Poke's already in the bottom lane. They're gonna crash down.
Collapsing onto this gold lane tier 1, chipping away, bombs away. Oheb gets a face full of stacks, backing off. They're setting up for a clash in mid, but so far it's Blacklist calling all the shots.
It's gonna be, again, control for Blacklist International. But that's the thing when they play the Fredrin, they really know how to handle the lanes, handle the jungle.
Oh no, Yue picking up that Decimate once more. No more shields on this gold lane. Close call, putting Ogwin down to 5th of his health.
Yeah.
Filipino sniper is here.
He's gonna get checked, and that's kind of what they have to do, right? Continuing to build up the lead. Sometimes it's just, all right, let's get this extra gold, the gold plate from the turrets. Let's work around that, take the discipline route, and back off. This is also a big item pickup for Few here. Gets the Necklace of Durance Wolf.
Yeah. I mean, very important for sure. But that means that AP BRENT might just resolve to just backing down a little bit. KTZ's not snowballing anyways for the Martis. They are same levels for Sensui as well as KTZ, but the rest might struggle.
Big pull by Few, snagging Yue and Edward. Now from the side, look at Super Marco, stacks on the Yue, stacks on him, taking him down. That's one off the board for Blacklist. As the turtle gets reset, the split from Flapteezy, it looks like, based on how the map looks, Blacklist just letting go of this turtle, 1 for 1.
Yep, going to be the 1 for 1 in terms of the turtle, but still, they've done great work around the map to garner and keep this lead relatively still in their favor for now. AP BRENT looking for any type of answer they can. Wow, they already get a flicker out.
Oheb, so close, surviving with about 1 HP. In comes Ogwin, the Whistler enough, using that flicker, backing on out.
And the good thing here is AP BRENT are activating Super Marco, was actually in there during the team fight around the turtle. And then right afterwards, you know that the ultimate is cooling down. You even have the flicker to help you out. Super Marco getting a kill and then a turret. I mean, he didn't get the last hit. It was Ogwin to clean up, but that was a lot of economy that goes in their favor.
Oh no, Abun Jingjing 2v1. Gets the grab onto him, displaces him. Enough for Kyle Teasy to finish the job.
And that is why the glue works. So now AP BRENT bites back, they crawl back, they diminish the gold lead relatively to nothing.
Oh no.
And still, the focus, top side.
Forcing an engage on the Ogwin, bombs away. Oheb forcing them back. Ogwin put down to a fifth of his health. Gonna recall, but look at this. Flap might be looking for an engage. Super Marco gonna continue to clear out the waves.
It's the value of the Matilda. You can poke. You can see Ogwin utilizing the ultimate, not for kills, but for them to secure that turret up top without any exchange. AP BRENT in the last 3 minutes of the game have found their opening and now have taken the lead back to their side.
Real quick too, power spike-wise, right? I mean, gold between the gold laners are relatively even, but the fact that Super Marco has the Malik Roar, he's got the Blade as well, going against the Beatrix, how's this looking in terms of damage output for AP BRENT?
100% for AP BRENT, this is their power spike. I would dare say that until the, 10-minute mark, they have the lead. And that's one thing that they need to use. It doesn't mean that Blacklist International are gonna suffer. If they just dodge the fights, they just farm out, clear out the lanes, they're gonna be A-okay in the latter portions of the mid-game. But for now, definitely AP BRENT will have the better heroes suited for this turtle fight.
Little Wanderer scored, getting vision into those bushes. Now the Circling Eagle, putting Sensui at half health, knocking him up. Turtle at a third. This is about to break out. Netherrealm still intact, spent in. Blast International with the stolen one from Yue. Popping that extra health, stunning him. The ult from Renegade. And Kyle Teasy looking to secure. They got shields, they got extra damage. Bombs away from Moheb, collapsing on a Blacks International. Sensui with an Appraiser's Wrath, knocking Ogwin out. Edward scores one, sending AP BRENT packing.
Another trade here, Turtle taken, but they get a kill once again. You can really see the exchanging of blows between these two. Now the focus in the mid.
They keep going. Blacks International looking for that push. Flapteezy gets a long shot.
Wow. Now obviously Edward going for the plays. Super Mario going to be found here. Very unlikely for them to kind of kill each other. And Super Marco sniffs that Paquito out. We see that AP BRENT in these very long team fights when they don't have their ultimates anymore, Blacklist International will have a better shot, especially because of their sustain. And I think that was the Flapteezy read. Go into Renegade instead of going to the opposing marksman. Did not work, unfortunately.
Yeah. You have to kind of adapt, you know, that strategy if you're AP BRENT, dealing with this SS, dealing with the amount of sustainability, right? We already saw that total heal chart. It's off the charts, especially with an SS. That's typically how it goes. So either you said you build up those anti-heal items and then you overload the damage, right? That's kind of the answer here. But right now, you saw the extended fights. Blacklist International does really well with this, Leo.
And this is 9 minutes. This is even before Renegade is able to make all the members of Blacklist International effectively Mashas, effectively X-Borgs. And here now, they're looking at about 1,000 gold ahead, approaching the 10-minute mark. Question is, gentlemen, have they hit the rubber band? This is what we were looking for in game 1 and 2.
My heart says 60% yes, you know. I think that this is definitely Blacklist International sided, and I'm not saying just because of what the heroes that they have, but also because of the idea of the ube, right? That's what's gonna happen. I think that AP BREN might be baited into the spot where they go in one by one again. There will come a time where this glue coming out from Flap TZ will not be as tanky as you see him. Like when he goes for Renegade, he can be taken out easily because of the Beatrix. And then what you can do is after the Nether Realm is popped by few, you can just take it out because you have the Nibiru's Passion anyways, and then set up for more kills afterwards. And you can even see Sensui just manhandling the entirety of AP BREN by just staying in front, going for the taunts, going for the knockups, and then landing the finishing blow with the ultimate.
And going back to it, you know, like how, because we don't see Beatrix often, we're getting the signal, by the way. What is the power spike for Beatrix now currently? What, 2-3 items? To already have the BOD locked in. How much more do they need upon assaulting this bottom side? See if they commit.
Yeah, maybe just the Wind of Nature for the Beatrix so that he can man-fight against the Brody. And Brody might be forced into utilizing the ultimate much faster. Interesting, Demon Hunter Sword for Super Marco. Much needed in this fight where there's a lot of sustain on the side of BLACKLIST International.
Yep. Now with that, Lord going to be up this time around. Relatively well, both teams contesting the early objectives, the Turtles. 2 turrets for each team as well, even space to work around with. But right now, Edward's still on the bottom side. Lord resets for now. BLACKLIST International not want to fully commit to it. They go ahead and buy a little more time. Malefic Roar being picked up here for Edward. So this could turn the tide of some of these fights. Again, from AP BREN, forcing out the NetherRealm is going to be crucial here, and how UA plays around his zone as they get prepped and ready for the Lord dance.
Here we go. Lord approaching half health. Flap easy force you the split early on. AP BREN's initiations saying it's time to dance. BLACKLIST finally obliges and forces them back. Now, the dance continues.
Yep. No ult for Flap.
No ult for Flap.
Gotta watch out. Still in NetherRealm intact for both Yue and the Few. Checking in that bush. They're aware. Yue is present. Lord here at half health. Sensui, Edward and Oheb taking the top lane, controlling that long bush. Flap easy check in. No one home. Lord at half health. The dance continues.
Half health here. Still gonna go ahead and get this reset going. Both junglers taking their time. Count easy. Half health himself. It's up to AP BREN to try to put the pressure, whether that's on Yue, whether that's on Renegade.
Edward
Waiting patiently.
Agent Zero might be able to burst down Kyle. The patience. Oh, he sees him, and the bomb's away, coming through. A shooter's aura out. NetherRealm from both sides already spent. Kyle TZ in peril, in danger. Flap TZ coming in, forcing an ult from Renegade. The grab onto this Estes, keeping him in damage range. 4-0 with a takeout. Kyle TZ look at the back line, waiting for the timing on the retribution. Memory, knocking out Edward Balboa. And there's an Appraiser's Wrath, putting down AP BREN, down each to a fifth of their health. Kyle TZ with the decimate, Oheb with the shutdown. Few taking down Yue. It's a bloodbath near the Lord Pit. Oheb the only one standing. Traded off for Kyle TZ. AP BREN stands their ground.
They're going to go ahead and work on this Lord here, though Kyle TZ is going to be out of the picture. Oheb, the last one alive. They're going to drive him back.
2v3, 1v3, gets the double. This is the Filipino sniper in the building. Rizal Memorial, acknowledge him.
Nevertheless, it will be AP BREN to secure the Lord. Already, BLACKLIST International forced out the ultimate of Flap, but at the second team fight, AP BREN was managed to reset the Lord. And then afterwards, you can see the jump coming out from Flap TZ, forcing Oheb to also flicker out. Additionally, Super Marco managed to land all of the stacks, forcing out, and then after the flicker, he lands it on the entirety of BLACKLIST International, taking them out with a torn apart memory. Then AP BREN with Kyle TZ surviving with a sliver of health. Ogwin jumping in at the right time with a guiding wind, and then Few popping the ultimate as well as the right time. AP BREN, a wonderful team fight that they were able to get.
Patience upon patience, man.
Yep.
They got reserves of it, both sides.
As they got to deal with that. Still, AP BREN playing around this Lord, going down the mid, putting the pressure here, top side.
Forcing out a response as they pull Sensui in. Circling Eagle, there's another realm from Yue. A lot of stacks popping those extra HP bars. Few still has his ult intact. That's the torn apart memory spent in, not enough stacks to be actually a threat as AP BREN clear out the waves. BLACKLIST International, though, able to take care of this Lord in quick fashion. Mid lane inhibitor still standing, a third of its health left. Renegade healing up. BLACKLIST's cavalry, the front line still stand.
Now they make their way top side here. But BLACKLIST International able to hold on for now. Still Oheb, exactly where he needs to be on this Beatrix as we take a look at the items here, Wolf.
Not that behind, away from Super Marco, but we know that this is the power spike for Super Marco. Able to get 4 items, eventually gets the 5th. And then upcoming Lord, that will be critical mass for AP BREN. And I would dare say that is their only win condition right now. For BLACKLIST, the fact that they didn't lose any of their inhibitor turrets at that Lord push, that's actually good news. Even after losing the fights, they know that they can punish. They will just have to wait for their own critical mass.
Oh, battling it out in the jungle.
Flapteasy here, very low, might be taken out, gets the rod out of Sensui, but Oheb takes him down. That's a free pickoff. BLACKLIST International all this while. The 12th Hall of Legends inductee out in the long lane taking care of this tier 2. Abun Jingjing doing work.
He has been. And just before all that, you saw the difference between the gold for the XP laners, and that's why as they get another turret down. Tier 1 in the mid lane. Edward has been doing work. Man. He is online in terms of the items. Oheb also just picked up that next item, the DHS. And this is important, right? Looking at the real-time win rate, it's 50-50 currently, as this is one of the closest so far of this series, or the closest game that we've had. Now game number 3.
And I would say BLACKLIST International, all they need to do is to survive the next Lord. Let's just say they lose it to AP BREN, but they defend and not get pushed by AP BREN. They will have the pendulum swinging in their favor. AP BREN, this is their last shot. They have to take this, and they have to take BLACKLIST International members together with them. Eventually, this Brody will not have the proper scaling against BLACKLIST International, and eventually Renegade will be tanky enough to survive all throughout the combo. And that means the doom of AP BREN.
Amazing. Renegade able to use that skill as a vision getter, checking in bushes. He is so deadly with the Estus, and that's an oxymoron if I've ever said that. Checking out the dance. Look at Edward again taking control of the long bush. Flapteasy keeping guard. Lord here, a third of its health pulled away directly from BLACKLIST International, but they don't mind. They're taking control of this pit as the Lord gets reset.
Gonna go ahead and get reset here. BLACKLIST International wants to go ahead and whittle down AP BREN and let them take and tank this Lord on their side. They're willing to let them do that and punish them. Also, the fact that Yue is still holding on to this Nether Realm, providing the damage that he has, picked up that Divine Glaive earlier on. That's the threat here for AP BREN and why they're so hesitant for this. Again, they're trying to get in position. Edward now joining this as well. Sensui keeping the Lord between him and Kyle Teasy. Still, neither team, it's a 50-50, just like this Lord dance. As they work on these buffs, Super Marco grabbing the orange. Edward waiting patiently. Lord will get reset once again. Wolf, this is the dance.
This is the dance. Every single detail matters. Like pushing the bottom lane as well as the top lane. You can see bottom lane, AP BREN will have the advantage, but Edward tries to correct it, going for the short lane. And then who's holding on to the Lord? At this point, only Flapteasy from AP BREN is valid to hold that. And you can see Super Marco is doing, he's attacking the Crammer.
There's a circling eagle and the taunt from Sensui. This is the point of no return. Edward coming in, revealing himself, dealing a lot of damage. The Nether Realm from a Yue. They pop the extra life bars. Lord down to a 5th of its health. They're gonna have to commit a 10th of its health. Brings canceled out. Easy scores the Lord. The second of this game at 17 minutes. They take down Sensui. Edward surviving. Flapteasy taken out. The Filipino sniper falls. It's a shutdown. Easy hunting for Yue, finding bodies. Bottom lane gotta get taken care of. Yue way deep behind enemy territory. No man's land for a Valentina. Gets taken out by few. It's just Edward left standing. A Lord marching in mid.
Edward left standing. Lord making its way down the mid. We're gonna take a quick look at the instant replay here. Brought to us by Katia as we get back to the game.
This is endable. AP BREN can smell it. Edward gets taken out. His immortality popped. He gets taken down. The wipeout, the Winter Trunks juggle. Sensui looking to clear. AP BREN. The world tour continues. Next stop, the grand finals.
And the Hive is alive once again. in another sweep, AP BREN will move on to the grand final to face Sonic.
They have found the opening in that Lord Dance. Renegade found Sensui, found Flaptisi with the opening with a stun, Super Marco as well. Fishing out Edward and punishing that Paquito. That was a beautiful Lord Dance from Baby Brent to end this game.
They adjusted quickly from the previous series, and that's exactly what they had to do. But again, what a story here for BLACKLIST International leading into their season, into the M5, and what they've accomplished once again, both teams.